Hey favorite third graders, you're back for more. So today we are doing 4-13, continuing with our bar graphs, which are actually kind of fun, right? So we're going to be doing some vertical ones and some horizontal bar graphs. So let's look at our first graph, which is called, the title of the graph is Sunnytown Reading Festival. And I can always tell what's going on in the graph by reading the things on the side and on the bottom. So on the side, it's the number of the books read, right here. And then on the bottom, it's the participating schools. So these are different schools that they're keeping track of the number of books that the school is reading. I've got Grover, I've got Maxwell, I've got Hopper, and I've got Warner. So my questions over here are going to be about my bar graph, okay, 1 through 4. And I'm not going to do a ton of these together because I'm going to talk about maybe some that are more tricky, but basically when we remember, the first thing we do with bar graphs is we go at the top and we just make a line or a circle, and we are going to write down the number. So we're going to go to the first one and we're going to slide over and we're going to say, oh, that one's 800. And I'm going to write the number on the top of each bar. Okay. And one thing to remember is these are going up by hundreds. Okay. So when I look at Maxwell, this one right here, I see that it's in the middle of 500 and 600. What number is halfway between 500 and 600? Okay, think about that. What's half of 100 is 50, right? So halfway between 500 and 600 would be, see if you can write it down before Mrs. Hagen. Did you say 550? Ooh, I hope you did. All right. So we are going to answer the questions over on the side here, and I'm going to let you do those on your own. I would just tell you when you get to number 3, it says how many fewer books did the students at Hopper read than the students at Warner. Whenever I see how many fewer, I know I'm going to have a minus problem. Okay, so I'm going to need to show my work over here on the side. Okay. So I'm going to look at Hopper and I'm going to look at Warner and I'm going to put the big number on top and do my subtraction. Okay. And then for number 4, it says how many more books did the students at Maxwell need to read to have the same number as the students at Warner. Okay. So I'm going to look at Maxwell and Warner. Okay. And I'm going to look at those numbers and then I'm going to figure out the difference because I need to figure out how many more books Maxwell needs to get up to Warner. Okay, so you're going to do your equation over here on the side. Okay, look at Maxwell and Warner and figure out the difference. Okay, and then you're writing your answer on the line. All right, and then when I get down to number 5, use the information on the table to make a vertical bar graph. Ooh, we have pinball scores. Fun. Okay, so you're going to take the information that's in this graph and make your own bar graph over here on the side. You could use different colors for the bars or however you want to do it. For instance, let's do one together. Okay, let's look at Trina. I can see her name is right here, so her bar is going to go right above her. So how many points did she score on pinball? She scored 500. I'm going to take my bar as carefully as I can, and I'm going to go all the way up to 500. Okay, and color it in. Probably a better color than Mrs. Hagen here. All right, and you could do different colors on that if you want. That would be great. And then meet me on the back side when you're done. All right, here we are on the back page. We have this is our remembering side. So this is the side that I try to not help you with so much because this is hopefully what you remember. So we are going to review our facts up here. Remember, you can use your times table for that if you need to. I hope that you're getting to the point where you maybe are using it less. Okay. Notice that some of them are turned around. The answer is at the end, at the beginning. So 4 times something is 16. You've got that, right? And then you have one horizontal bar graph. So remember, we're going to, first thing we do when we get to a bar graph is make a line and we write what number for each bar. And that way it makes our questions easier, okay? So for pencils, I'm going to drag down and I'm going to see 12 and I'm going to write that in there, okay? And you have, I'm going to go ahead and cross out number 10 for today. So you'll do those 3 questions and then you can make your own bar graph. This is extra credit. You do not have to do it, okay? But you would make a bar graph for favorite colors and follow the directions on there, okay? So you might want to do that. So have an awesome day.